Good evening, everyone. I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. We've got quite a few logging on for my second Periscope. So send me lots of love hearts by tapping the screen at the bottom right hand side and let me know where you're calling from. So I'm actually fresh off my bike, my indoor bike, because I'm trying to get fit, ready for summer. Had to take a lot of time out of the gym after suffering from a slip disc, so I'm now getting back into it and starting to feel great. You know, the great thing about network marketing is time. We've got the time to do things when we want and can be totally flexible. So there's lots of people. Tell me where you're coming in from. We've got Florida from the USA. Send me a message and let me know where you're calling in from. There's lots of love hearts coming on. And we've got people from Cornwall, Dublin, Aberdeen, Bradford, Greece, Newcastle. So as I said, I'm just sweaty straight off my exercise bike, but I've been having a good old think while I was cycling away. Today I've been in the recording studio. So I've been recording my book, How Social Networking Doubled My Business, and Periscope isn't in it. It's a new tool for me, but I've been recording it onto audio. And one of the greatest things I've learned in network marketing is the importance of personal development. It really is key to building a successful business. And I'm a totally different person to the one I was 9 years ago when I first started networking. You really do develop as your business develops, so make sure you're feeding your mind. I can see my great friend Wes Linden's on. I've learnt loads from his book, 79 Network Marketing Tips. So if you haven't got that, make sure you listen into it. But while I was recording my CD today, I was talking a lot about my family. And, you know, we all want to get our families involved in our business because we're so excited about it. And we know how we can change their lives. But sometimes they just don't see it. They don't see it as quick as we do. And, you know, I was exactly the same, because the funny thing is my mum's been in network marketing for 20 years now, and it took her 10 years to get me to look at the business opportunity. I was one of those people, one of those family members that wouldn't even listen, wouldn't use the products. I totally didn't want to hear about her amazing business, even though mum could see how it would work for me, how it would change my future and help me work from home around my children. But I just wasn't ready to look at it. And we're never going to convince anyone. It's not our job to convince people to look at the business opportunity, whatever network you're in. Our job is simply to show it to them and to follow up consistently. So finally, when the time was right for me, 10 years after my mum had started, I got started with our network. And, you know, I didn't have much belief in myself. I didn't have much confidence, but I knew that my sponsor, which happened to be my mum, would be there to hold my hand and instill that belief in me. Now I've got a brother and sister. I'm the middle child, and my brother's a successful business owner, as was my sister as well. So we've all been entrepreneurs. But my brother and sister were both happy with what they were doing. My sister, it was totally a taboo subject when I started with the company, and we weren't allowed to talk about it at all around the dinner table. My brother was living abroad, so we didn't see him so much anyway. 7 years into my business, my sister's life changed. So my sister had a bridal shop. She had big overheads. She absolutely loved what she did. It was her passion. But then she started her family, and suddenly it didn't work. So there was an opening there for her. Her mind was open. So she was ready to look at something different. I didn't even think to go to my sister about it because I'd spoken to her so many times. But she came to me. So when she was ready, she actually said, Nat, now I want to get started. And I couldn't believe it. So again, I learned the lesson that we will never, ever convince someone. But when they're ready, they will come to us if we don't follow up on them. Then there's my brother. My sister, by the way, has got a really successful business with us now, and she works it around her 2 children. So Harry is 4 and Molly is 2, and she's already earning 8 times the amount she was earning from her bridal shop. So it's totally been a great decision for her. And then my brother's got a huge promotional company in South Africa. He's got staff of 30 people. And again, you know, he could see my mum successful. He could see me being successful. He could see my sister being successful. But still, we spoke to him about it and the time wasn't right for him. But what he did see was us going on loads of holidays with our company. So the company runs some amazing incentives, and suddenly he could see his two sisters and his mum travelling the world at the expense of the network marketing company that we worked with. And suddenly there was the hot button for him. Because living in South Africa, to travel to the UK, the strength of the pound is very strong against the rand. So for Nick to come here, it was really expensive for him. So his reason to actually look at the business opportunity was to be able to qualify for the travel, to be able to travel the world for free, but most importantly, to meet up with his family. So we've got to find what each person that we're talking to, what their hot button is, because everybody joins networking for a totally different reason, and our reason normally is going to be totally different to everyone else's. So make sure you listen to people, because if you listen, you're going to find the clues as to why they're going to look at the business opportunity. But if we just speak to them and tell them our reasons or what we think they should be doing, then they're just going to zone out. So make sure you're introducing and sowing seeds the whole time to everybody that you meet. But your family members, although you want them on board straight away, some will join you straight away, but some won't. It might take 20 years, like it's taken my brother, of my mum being in networking, 9 years for me being in networking for my brother to join, and 2 years of my sister being in networking for my brother to see it. But when the time is right, they really, really will. So keep up the good work and don't get offended when your family aren't ready to join you right now, because I promise you they're watching you. And family also are the most protective people, and especially when you're joining this industry, we're so excited because we know what it can deliver, but they really don't understand. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to protect us. They're protecting us from the unknown because they don't know what it is that we do. So try and share it with them, show them the opportunity, but don't suffocate them with it. Let them watch you, let them see your success, and when they're ready, they'll be knocking at the door and they'll make you prouder than anyone else. And I have to say, you know, I love working with absolutely everybody in my team, and you know, it gives me such pride to see them achieve. But when it's your family, it totally is so amazing to see that you can help change their future and secure the future for their families as well. So thank you for listening, everyone, and thank you for all the love hearts. It's great to see them coming up. Hopefully this time I'm going to know how to stop the broadcast. So have a good evening. Goodbye.